Peace be upon you, 7th graders. Today we are going to read lesson 11 الدرس ال11 قراءة الجزء الأول Walt Disney. So today we are going to read an article about a fantastic article about a wonderful man who did everything in order to achieve success. Now you can see him in the illustration in this photo. But I won't tell you about his name, and I want you to guess this wonderful man, this imaginative man who did everything to overcome challenges. So first of all, let me with you watch this video about the most important stages in his life. Are you ready? Yes, please watch with me. So first of all, he was born in a poor family. So this imaginative man was born in a poor family. So his family was poor. So they didn't have a lot of money. Now, because of that reason, and in order to support his family, he used to sell a newspaper in the morning. So he had very difficult circumstances when he was young. When he was a youngster, when he was about 10 years old. Now he had a passion, he had a love, he had a desire for drawing, and this is a key word in our article today. So you know, drawing, when you draw something, when you have a pen or a pencil and make a picture. So this is drawing. So he had a great passion, a great desire, a great love to or for drawing ever since his childhood when he was a child. And always ended up scoring poor grades at school. So though he was innovative, so he was very clever, so though he was a genius, but he only got poor grades. He didn't have good marks when he was at school. As he grew older, his dream to become an artist, another key word in our article, artist. So our celebrity today, our celebrity, this person whom we are reading about this article, who was one of the most famous people in the world, was an artist. So he had a desire to become an artist when he grew older. So for this reason, as a result, he started making his own cartoon animations, and later I'll tell you about the meaning of animation. So today we are reading about a skillful animator. Again, dear students, skillful animator, imaginative animator, creative animator, okay, innovative animator. So he started making his own cartoon animations in his backyard. So he didn't get a place because his family was poor. So he used to draw his animations in the backyard, and backyard is an enclosed place, enclosed area behind your house. So he started there in order to achieve his goal. And made his own company. So over time he was able to make his own company, but things weren't so easy for him. After the failure of his cartoon series. So pay attention, dear students, and this is the lesson we should learn from this celebrity. After the failure of his cartoon series, the company went bankrupt. So first of all, he had become failure for several times, and his company went bankrupt, but he didn't give up. And this is the message of this article. He didn't give up. He didn't yield. On the contrary, he considered every failure in his life as a close step towards success. Again, he considered every failure in his life as a close step towards his success. So we want to learn from him things or traits or characteristics that made him the most famous person in the world. And here we can talk about self-confidence. So dear students, pay attention to these traits that you need in order to overcome difficulties, in order to face difficult situations in your life. So we always need, like our hero, we always need what? We need self-confidence, we need self-esteem, we need willpower, we need ambition, we need courage, we need persistence, we need enthusiasm, okay? So we need all these traits in order to overcome our difficulties and bad circumstances in life. And this is what happened with our hero. So though failure the first time, another failure in his life, but he insisted to continue and to become one of the most important people in the world, as we'll see while we are reading the article about his life. So though his company went bankrupt, he didn't yield, he didn't give up. On the contrary, he was very enthusiastic, and he was always ready to excel himself, to outdo himself, to start again and to become one of the most famous artists in the world and to achieve his desire, the desire of his childhood. So, and he dropped, pay attention, he dropped to extreme poverty. Now, as a result, as we have just read about his life, his company went bankrupt. So, as a result, he dropped to extreme poverty. So, as we'll read now, he didn't have money to buy clothes or, yes, he didn't have money to buy clothes or food. So, to this extent, imagine. So, he didn't give up. He didn't despair. He wasn't pessimistic. He was always optimistic. And this is why I call him a hero at that time. And even in this time. Here we have a photograph of him, and here we are talking about his suitcase, his wallet, or not wallet, his bag, okay? And he had only in his wallet $20. Imagine, $20, and he was able to restart, to start again, to achieve his goal, though this poverty. Walt headed. So this is the first name, and I want you to guess his surname or his family name. So this is the first name of our celebrity. It is now written in front of you, Walt, okay? Walt. This is the first name of our hero, Walt. So Walt, our hero, headed, okay? Headed. So he went directly to Hollywood. Why Hollywood? Because it's the place where all successful films are made. And here and there, he wanted to start over again. So he wanted to start again in order to achieve his goals and overcome obstacles. So what did he make there? What did he make there at that time? He made a new studio. And you know, a studio is a room where films, paintings are made. So there he made a new studio again. Pay attention again. In the first time he made his studio in the backyard of his house. Now he made another studio for the future to achieve his goals, and it was in an old garage. In an old garage, the place where cars are usually parked. And came up with, so came up with is a phrasal verb, multi-part verb, and it means found. He came up with, he found an idea, and that idea will be the secret of his success. So I came up with an idea that could change his life, and it really changed his life forever. Now, what was that idea? Let's read with you. It was the cartoon character which he named Mickey Mouse. So Mickey Mouse was the secret of his success. Okay? Now, another problem in his life, another dilemma. When all the distributors, now what is the meaning of distributors? Distributors are those people who own companies and who supplies films or goods to the audience, to the people. So these distributors refused his idea time and time again, saying, what did they say about his animations? They asked this question: who would like to see a mouse talking? So you know, Mickey Mouse was a mouse. Mickey Mouse was a mouse, and he wanted to make this animation and show all the people this film. But the distributors, the producers, asked this question: who would like to see a mouse talking just like humans? But, and here is our hero, only believed in his ideas. He was courageous enough, he was ambitious enough to start and to make his animation. So he still believed in his idea and made two back-to-back cartoon films. So he believed in his ideas and he didn't give up. He made two back-to-back. Back-to-back means one after another. So here we are talking about two films. So he made two animated films, one after another. Now even then, the theater saw another problem, another dilemma, another obstacle. But did he give up? No, at all. He was very insistent. He had a lot of persistence to continue until the last moment in his life. So, and he always had new ideas. So he was an imaginative, creative. So even then, the theater owners had no interest in screening. So they didn't want to screen or project his works. Now, Disney struggled for years in debt. Okay? He suffered a lot in debt in the case of having no money at all to start his new project. And he was worried about where the money for his greatest venture. Now, a venture is an activity, is a project that requires a lot of risks. So, especially when we talk about business. So, he hadn't the money to start his venture, namely his new film, because no one wanted to support him at that time. Finally and luckily, after all these difficulties, after all these bad situations, the screening of Mickey Mouse, which showed tremendous response. So finally, after the screening of Mickey Mouse, his famous film, which showed a lot of response, and all people loved this character, this cartoon character. Adults before children were all interested in this film, which made him a hero and a household name animator at that time, and even in all times. So, and for all these reasons that I've just told you, he became the icon of success. So our hero, Walt, and I won't tell you his surname, Walt became the icon of success. And he won about 26 or 22. Here it is written 22, but it is 26 awards, 26 prizes for all his actions. Now you can read his full name, Walt Disney. So our hero today is Walt Disney, and he became one of the biggest names in the entertainment industry or the enjoyment industry that make a lot of fun and enjoyment and amusement to people till this day. And this is the wisdom, dear students, 7th graders, that I want you to learn today. This is what I want you to learn today. This is the lesson learned from the life of this wonderful, great man. Every failure. So, dear students, reading comprehension, page 211, 212, Walt Disney. Walt Disney. So, Walt Disney was born 1901 and he died 1966. And here the illustration or this photo is in front of a scene with his signature creation, Mickey Mouse, California, 1950. So this is in California, 1950, when he was about 49 years old. And here, before we read the keywords, I read them, but after we watch this video together in order to make things easy for you, and it is in Arabic for your sake. Please pay attention and watch this video in Arabic to make things easier for you. Now, dear students, let's read the keywords in the first part of this reading comprehension lesson, and in the next part we'll read an article about his life. So, keywords: record. Record is the best achievement, the highest level in a particular activity. Please memorize these words for the next part in order to simplify things for yourself. So, record, the best achievement, the highest level in a particular activity. Now, awards, prizes, awards, prizes. So he received about 26 prizes, 26 awards in his life for his creativity. Now, innovative, imaginative, or using new ideas or methods. Now, animator. So here we are talking about an artist. So Walt Disney was an animator. What does that mean? Animator is someone who makes animated films, drawings, models, etc. So what is animated? What are animated films? Let me here explain to you. Animated films are when we talk about drawings, and I told you earlier, drawings mean when you use your pen or pencil to draw a picture. So when you are an artist, the drawings are photographed. So we have one drawing. For example, here we can see a drawing in front of you of Mickey Mouse, his famous cartoon character. So we have one drawing. Okay, pay attention, dear student. One drawing, and this drawing is photographed, frame by frame. So What do we mean by frame? Frame, for example, this is one frame. Now we can draw another animated picture, and here we can, for example, raise the hand of Mickey a little, and another one we raise it more, and so on. Finally, we have a lot of drawings, and here we can use, and each one is slightly different from the other. And here we can use these frames, but pay attention, they must be in succession and in a speed of 24 frames a second. So in per second, or in each second, we need 24 frames. So they are drawn, but in slightly different. And finally, we will have the illusion. خداع بصري, as if they are moving in front of us, and this is called animated films. And we can call them cartoons. So cartoons, cartoons. Now, a young person, usually an older child, it's the same as your age, for example, 10, 12, etc. So a young person is youngster. Now, setup started. Popular, well-known, famous, liked, enjoyed, or supported by many people, based on, centered around. Now, personality, character, the qualities or the traits or the characteristics that you have. Now, household name. So Walt Disney was a household name. That means everyone knew him, or everyone knew him. So he is famous person that most people know him. Now, feature length. So when a film is a feature length, that means it is 90 or more minutes long. So it's a long film, and which lasts for 90 minutes. Now, version. We have American pronunciation and British pronunciation. Version or version. A copy of something that has been changed so that it is slightly different. Now, followed came after. Build up, developed, empire, very large and important business or organization. Now we have finished everything for the first part of this lesson. Please, dear students, don't forget to translate. Pay attention. I am talking about your homework. Translate the sentences that we watched in the first video into Arabic and send them to me via WhatsApp application. And don't forget to copy the words and their meanings in your copybooks and memorize them by heart in order to be able to watch with me or to read the article in the second part of this lesson. Thank you for now. Don't hesitate to ask me any questions between 6 and 8 p.m. Thank you very much for watching, dear students.